How does crypto tax work in Scandinavia? That is what we will do our best to answer as clearly and efficiently as we can in today's episode of Nordic Finance. My name is Lucas.
And I'm Marcus. Please remember, if you find today's episode helpful, show some appreciation by investing in the subscribe button and deposit a like on the video.
By popular demand, meaning that like 3 different people asked about it, we decided to make a video covering how cryptocurrencies are taxed in each of the Scandinavian countries. Small clarification real quick. Even though the title says Scandinavia, we talk about all of the Nordic countries. We know this is not technically correct, but Scandinavia is what the almighty algorithm demanded, so I am afraid we have no choice but to bow down. So we've divided this video into 3 central questions. First of all, is there differences in how cryptocurrencies are taxed in these different Scandinavian countries? Spoiler alert, they mainly work in the same way except some differences, meaning they are taxed through capital gains tax. So that leads us to the second question. How does capital gains tax work in each of these countries?
Yeah, and remember that this is a simplified version.
Yes, very much so. Thank you, Marcus. So by answering how the capital gains tax work in a simplified version, we can then answer the question, how are these cryptocurrencies actually taxed in each of these countries?
And remember, all the information in this video is very much subject to change, since cryptos is still a very new phenomenon and there are a lot of developments regarding taxations in this issue. I know in Finland, for instance, they have changed this quite recently and are probably going to do so in the future as well, so please make sure that you have up-to-date information when researching tax-related issues for cryptos. And also remember that this is a basic video, so this is not an extensive list. If you are unsure about tax-related issues regarding cryptos or other things, do not watch videos on the internet. Ask your tax authorities. They should not bite you. Well, hard anyway. The times that I've actually dealt with Vero here in Finland, which is the tax authorities, they've actually been quite helpful and answered all of my questions in a pretty extensive but efficient and easy to understand way. I have used both their phone and their web services, and usually they have answered quite quickly and quite clearly.
Okay, so to answer the first question, what are the differences in taxation laws on crypto between Scandinavian countries? Well, I kind of spoiled it already. In 3 out of the 5 cases, cryptocurrencies are taxed in the same way as capital gains, but there is Iceland and Denmark, unfortunately. Regarding crypto taxes in Iceland, we were unable to find any relevant information. So if you guys know anything about it, please let us know how cryptocurrencies are taxed in Iceland. Denmark, on the other hand, we will save for last since it's actually very different from the other. So that leads me into the second question. How does capital gains tax work in these different countries? And how does capital gains tax work at all? So let's start with how you can calculate your capital gains or loss in a given year. So to correctly calculate gains or loss, you need to figure out your total cost basis. This is how much you've paid on average for the stock. So let's say I buy the brand new cryptocurrency called Nordic coin. I buy one for 2 euros and one for 4 euros. Then my cost basis is going to be the average price I paid for them, meaning I have 2 coins which I bought for a total of 6 euros. Since I bought one for 2 and the other for 4, plus them together get 6, divided by 2 since that's how many coins I have, and my average cost basis per coin is 3. Is that fair enough, Marcus?
Yes, but I would like to add that at least for Denmark, even though it's a bit special, if you're a professional crypto trader, you will be taxed at the FIFO principle, which is instead that you would be taxed at first in, first out, which is a bit different. And there are exemptions where you would be taxed this way in other Nordic countries as well, I think. So please make sure that this is not related to you in this case, and that it is a simple matter of just capital gains tax.
Fair enough. So I think what you can do is Google like your country and FIFO, and you should find out if that's the method. Or then if you know about any specific case concerning you, for example, you're a business owner, you buy or mine crypto using a business, then that's a specific case. So Google that, because now we're just talking about individual investors who want to buy or sell crypto. But that's how the cost basis work. Then to calculate your capital gains or loss, you simply take the price that you then ultimately sell your Nordic coins for. This is the same if you sell stocks, by the way, and take minus what you bought them for, the average cost basis that you bought them for, and that is going to be your profit or loss. But in essence, you should expect to declare and pay capital gains taxes on your cryptocurrencies if you have done either of the following: sold cryptocurrencies, exchanged a cryptocurrency for one or more other types of cryptocurrencies. So you've maybe sold, or not sold, but you've changed Bitcoin for Ethereum.
Yeah, traded coins basically.
Traded coins, exactly. Exchanged a cryptocurrency for a fiat currency, such as crowns or US dollars or euros. Then paid with cryptocurrencies when buying a product. Maybe Elon is fine with you buying Teslas again for Bitcoin. Then you have to remember to pay tax when you do so. And again, in this case, you're only going to pay tax on the profit. So say you buy the Bitcoin for, I don't know what the Bitcoin is worth. You use Nordic coins again.
Yeah.
So you buy them for 50 per coin, but they've gone up to 100 per coin. So however many coins you use, you're going to have to, for each coin, you're going to have to pay taxes on 50, on like 50 euros worth, because that's how much they've gone up in the meantime, for the time you've held them until you bought the Tesla with your fantastic Nordic coins. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, I think so. I hope Elon will soon accept the Nordic coins. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we need to get on that. And then finally, if you lend out cryptocurrencies, which is actually way more common than you first might think, because you can, on most brokerages, you can stake cryptocurrency, as it's called, and that allows you to basically earn an interest around, it depends a bit, but usually like 8 to 12%, I think, per year. Don't quote me on that though, I don't remember quite. But you can stake cryptocurrencies to earn interest on them, that much I know. So that you have to pay capital gains tax on as well.
But then more specifically, how is cryptocurrency taxed, for instance, in Finland? And we're going to start here. In Finland, for gains under 30,000 euros, the tax is 30%. And for gains over 30,000, it's 34%. So this is normal capital gains. However, with normal capital gains, if you sell for less than 1,000 in a year total, then you are not required to pay any taxes for stocks or financial securities. However, as these crypto coins are not considered financial securities, this rule doesn't apply. So when you sell crypto coins, like the Nordic coin for instance, you are immediately taxed at the 30% below 30,000 and then 34% over 30,000. And we do have a video also on how taxes work in Finland, so we could link that somewhere so you can check that out afterwards.
Then we have Sweden. Pretty much works the same. Cryptocurrencies are treated in accordance with the provisions on other assets in Chapter 52 of the Income Tax Act, Inkomstskattelagen. What this basically means that any form of sale on cryptocurrencies must be reported as a capital gain, as we stated earlier. You pay 30% taxes on the profits you make, but in Sweden you are also allowed to deduct 70% of any losses you make. Say I sell stocks for 100 euros in profit, but I sell my Nordic coins, my crypto Nordic, beautiful Nordic coins, for a loss of 100 euros. Then I can deduct 70 of those 100 euros I have in loss from the 100 I had in gain from the stocks, and voila, now I only have to pay a gains tax on 30 euros instead of 100.
All right. But then we have Norway. So in Norway, they impose a 22% tax rate for capital gains, which also includes crypto earnings. However, if taxpayers suffer losses on these investments, they can provide the necessary proof to receive tax deductions. Sadly, we do not have the exact percentage on what you can make these tax deductions for, but once again, if you know anything more about these tax deductions, please leave a comment down below. But bear this in mind if you're trading cryptos in Norway, that you can actually deduct losses in some sort of way.
I would actually assume that this is, you can deduct all of them as losses. It's not specified. But again, if you know better, please let us know.
Alright, so finally, how does the crypto taxes work in Denmark then, if it's a bit different? Well, to what we can find, unless you're a professional coin trader, so you're actually like a registered business, or you're a registered coin trader, I guess, professional coin trader, maybe you mine them or hold them in some sort of way and make your income through, for instance, Bitcoins or Nordic coins, I guess. You actually pay no taxes on cryptocurrencies if you are just trading them as like a side income, for instance, like a normal person basically. So unless you are some sort of business or professional trader, they are not really tax relevant, but you cannot deduct any losses either. However, there are some exceptions, and you should really check scot.dk to be on the safe side, even if you are not crypto trading business or crypto trading professional. So bear this in mind. But otherwise, you are not taxed on cryptos to what we could find at least, which is quite different from the other countries where you were most definitely taxed at some sort of percentage.
Yay, go Denmark, crypto tax haven. You heard it here first.
Supposedly.
So again, not trusting myself. Now, if you are looking to find a good crypto broker where you can start buying some cryptocurrencies yourself, please check out this video.